Hey guys, welcome back. So, what can I say? Markets are fighting for dear life. SMH is holding really tight above its invalidation levels. And is this a strong rally coming or a bull trap? So, before we dive into the analysis, guys, consider subscribing to the channel and give this video a thumbs up. As you know, it'll help the channel grow, and I am very thankful for that. Okay, now the SMH has yet to invalidate March 14th low, which is here, okay, at 237, which is also its invalidation point if we're to consider that this is the upside resumption. So this will be a very unusual deep correction in the wave two. Not uncommon, guys, but also not common either, if you know what I mean. The depth of this retracement has everyone a bit confused. I mean, you guys know that the SMH is a big industry group within tech. So it is worth noting that this is a chart that we also have to keep track of. All right, so let's turn on to our bullish count because this is still very much so valid. Okay, so out of our March 14th low, we have evidence of 5 waves up, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 to the wave 1. However, we did come into a 618 retracement, which is also a common retracement level for a wave B pullback. You know, from a wave A down, then wave B, then you get the 618 retracement. That's pretty common. Now, we saw a rejection, and given the depth and the decline, one can argue that this is the initial or the start of the next leg lower. However, we bounced off our support zones here before we were able to invalidate. Looking at the 1 hour time frame and looking at our RSI, we see that the MACD moving averages are curling upwards. We see a bit of divergence, positive divergence here within the SMH industry group. Now, what does that mean? Are we still going to contend with the fact and the idea that we may see continuation to the upside? And the answer is yes. We will remain focused to this idea until we are proven wrong. So far, we were about to, yet we held support. So we don't immediately turn bearish just because, right? We have to wait for these type of confirmations. All right, we have to, otherwise that's how you get chopped in the market. If you dismiss your bullish count and then immediately turn bearish, and then that bearish count gets immediately turned into bullish and vice versa and so on and so forth, and you jump from one trade that is bullish and then your bearish trade here, you guys are going to blow up your account. So it's best to stay focused, stay disciplined, and let the markets really dictate what they want to do. Heck, look, guys, this could still turn around. All right, but so far we haven't seen that. So I'm still in the idea that we're going to see upside resumption. Now, we did take a nibble, if that's even a word or term, or trade, right, on Tesla. We'll review that in just a moment. But the SMH here is now displaying at least the initial of the 3 waves up, right? So 1, 2, and 3. We got to see, guys, because it's still too early to tell. If we keep on pushing on higher and we start breaking above the low of wave A, then it is possible that we are now gearing up for the upside resumption, right? Let's take a look at our bearish count. And the bearish count, guys, will suggest this, right? So where we have the wave A in our bullish count, right, we have our wave 1 in our bearish count. And why is that? Because then that means that we are within, in the bearish count, we are within the wave C of 4. So the wave C's are made up of 5 subdivisions. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. If we start moving above the wave 1 and the wave 4, right, 3 waves up, or even if it's a triangle, whatever it is, then we'll invalidate this count and we'll start looking for our bullish count to be the one to guide us. Now, invalidation over here comes in at north of 261.74. So again, remember, guys, remember the zone. The low of this, if we push higher in this wave 4, right, and we stay above it or close above it, look for another push on higher. That'll invalidate this level, and then we'll have to start focusing on how the wave count will start looking here. So that will likely look something like this. So this will be the start of the wave 1, the 2, right, the 3, 4, and 5, and so on. So we're almost there. So this range here is critical. All right, so far it's looking weak. So far it's looking like it's closer to the lows. But as I mentioned in my previous videos, if you're confident about your conviction, right, this sort of setup presents a good trade opportunity because you can hold on to a possible long opportunity, right, and hold this to be your stop, right, a 3 to 4% for a potential, let's take a look here, for a potential 6.47% to the upside, all right, on the short-term trade. Okay, that's the level of detail that you guys got to focus on. Anyway, so let's see what tomorrow unfolds. Remember that Friday the markets are closed, and so tomorrow is technically the last day of options expiration. So do be careful. Don't think that Friday the markets are open. Tomorrow options will expire. So we'll wait until next week if the markets continue sideways or we push on lower. Let's take a quick look at the Qs. Actually, let's take a look at the SPY. The SPY is, I'm liking the price action here. So in our bullish count here, there's one or two things we can look for, right? Either we're continuing on lower and we're bouncing off the wave 4. Today was the wave 4. Now note that even though I see that there might have been a bit of an overlap here, but if we want to get very, very, very biased, I guess, or I forget the term, in the closing basis, we see that the wave 1 has not overlapped into the wave 4. Okay, this is extremely biased, all right? Or damn, sorry guys, I can't remember. I can't think of the right term to describe this. But anyway, so A, B, right? 1, 2, 3, maybe the A, B, and C to the wave 4 until we invalidate anything above 444. But if we want to get really technical, then realistically speaking, utilizing the candles and the wicks, we have already invalidated this count. So one or two things can occur here. Either we dismiss this idea, right? We are in the wave A, we're making the B, and we still have another leg lower in the wave C. All right, so we have to understand something, right? If this is the case, then we must watch for a resistance between the 50 and the 618. Let's actually have a little bit of a wider range. 38.2 and the 618 for a wave B pullback. So this will likely look like this, right? So we're up in A, down in B, up in C into the wave B, and then we get rejection somewhere between 451 and 446. So how do we tackle this coming into the rest of the week? Should this be the wave B, I look for resistance about 451, 446. Should this not be the wave B, and in fact we are now completing the wave C, and we already invalidated, and we have completed the intermediate wave degree 2, we will know very soon once we start moving on higher and we break in, and then we pull back in 3 waves. So let me backtrack here, all right? And let's actually take a little bit of time dissecting this. So if we do 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, okay, we have evidence of 5 waves. Sometimes they come very, very disguised in 3 waves, so you just gotta we gotta pay attention. But where the true confirmation comes is when we do a 1, 2, and the 3, or an ABC. All right. Once we see this type of pattern unfold, all right, and then we start to head on higher. Okay, it's around here where you would like to see this market bounce, guys. This will be your confirmation, this zone here or this type of pattern. So the 1 ABC into the 2 of the smaller degree, and then we go. That's the type of pattern we want to look for coming into next week, should the markets continue on higher. Otherwise, we'll see rejection, and then we head on lower. So over to the Qs. Actually, let's take a look at our bearish count. Why not, right? This bullish count obviously suggesting we are now completing the wave 2, but if we take a look at this guy over here, we are within the wave the wave B completed, and we're now trending lower into the wave C of wave 4. This will likely then look like this, right? This is the completed wave A, the wave B, and then we're heading on lower into the wave C, or maybe the wave A is still ongoing, who knows? But then if this is the case, we'll see that A versus B, and we'll get the equality at the very least, or the 1618, somewhere between 427 and 412. So we have to wait to see a little bit. This one is still in development, but it's still contending with the other counts. And then over to the Qs. The Qs, I'm a bit concerned here, but not so much, right? Because the 618 acted as our level of support. We did have a deeper correction, a deeper retracement. So that's characteristics of a wave 2 in a zigzag. All right, because once we have completed the wave 1 impulsive out of a decline or out of a correction, we have the wave 1 confirm it, and then we have deeper corrections in wave 2, a zigzag. Okay, these zigzags are designed to shake out traders, speculative traders, all right, and concerned, and they're very headline driven and whatever the case may be. I'm not here to judge, because you know markets will fake anybody out. The most professional and seasoned trader will always get faked out anyway too. So the problem is here is that we have a deeper correction, but we are now displaying some sort of positive divergence. All right. And then you see the histogram ticking up higher. So let's take a look. Let's wait for this to unfold. We held the 337. If we break south of this support zone, then it is likely that we're still heading on lower, guys. All right. So let's take a quick look at another chart here. SMH, sorry, IWM. IWM, not much to discuss here. Again, I keep on repeating this for almost all my videos. Until we break north of this zone, all right, this is support from January the 21st of 2021. And then we broke on January 19th of 2022. So a whole year above the zone. Now we broke below it. Is it likely that we're going to break above it now? Maybe. But otherwise, if not, then we are still contending with the idea that this is a correction. So WX down in Y. All right. And last but not least, let's take a quick look at Bitcoin. So Bitcoin is actually in the moment of truth, all right, if you will. So let's take a look at the daily time frame. So look at this, guys, right? I've been calling this chart for quite some time. This triangle is giving us now a sort of moment where either Bitcoin is going to hold these levels or we are going to really break lower into a zigzag. All right, or a flat, I'm sorry. Now, this is obviously A, B, C, A, B, C to the D. Resistance held it right directly into the trend line. And now we're looking for 3 waves lower, maybe another 3 waves up, and then another 3 waves low. Or otherwise, maybe if we see Bitcoin break above the wave C of wave D, all right, if we see the zone, which is, let's call it 48,000, all right, then guess what, guys? It's time. All right, so Bitcoin breaks out, retest the trend line, and then off to the races. Otherwise, like I said, wave C here and wave A are 2 levels that Bitcoin must hold. So Bitcoin has to hold the 29,500 and also has to hold the $32,000 or $33,000 region. Okay, but so far it's looking okay. So far it's looking positive. Let's look forward to these levels. I did want to show you guys an alternate account that I have. Actually, I said I did mention I was going to show you Tesla, right? So Tesla, this is the trade that we have on. So regardless of this, all right, we have the wave C completed, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 into the third. And now we're looking at this wave 4 to potentially be a triangle. Now, the reason why we took a trade here, or at least I did, is because, you know, this is also serving for a tight stop, right? Likely we get the B wave, all right, and this B wave is going to give us around a 10 to 12% in our equity, right? I didn't take no options. I took equities because of a correction. You either take a spread like a butterfly to take advantage of the premium here decay and time decay, or you take your equity. Right out options that are, you know, naked options will get killed in this type of environment. So our stop is right at below 90 wave A, which is 976.68, but with the massive upside, all right, in the wave B. So we'll wait to see if that occurs, but it's likely going to happen. Given the fact that this is a zigzag, we will likely get a triangle or a flat in the wave 4 if markets give us that opportunity. All right, that's a big if. All right, guys, so thank you so much. I hope you guys are well, and we'll see you tomorrow. Otherwise, happy Easter, happy holidays. See you guys next week. Peace out.